Hi guys, and welcome to Forkin Allotment. Today I'm going to be doing some Japanese overwintering onions, onion sets. I've got 50, I've got 49 Senshyu Yellow onions. So I'll be back just after this short introduction, and I'll be planting these. I'll give you a quick introduction to the seeds, what they are, and then I'll plant them into the ground. Right guys, so this is the bed we're going to be using for our onions this year. I'm only going to do 25 onions, so I'm probably only going to use half of this bed. The other half probably use for onions in the in the spring. So, Senshyu Yellow onions. So, this is what King's Seeds says about these onions. This is where I got them from, King's Seeds. I will leave a link down below in the description anyway. These are a heavy yielding overwintering onion variety. Plant them between the 15th of September and the 15th of October, so we're just within the planting schedule for them. If the weather is mild, it's best to plant them later, so as late as mid-October, so up to your 15th of October deadline. That will avoid problems with bolting. If the weather's cold, it's best to plant them earlier, so as early as possible from the 15th of September. So if you can get them in on the 15th of September, then that's probably best if it's going to be cold. We had quite a nice September, so I've left them a little bit later. Try and get them in now. I'm going to try and get them in today, so that if it does rain over the next few days, then we're not going to have any issues with being able to get them in before the 15th. So then they should be ready for harvest in June or July, or June and July. They could be ready a little bit earlier if you want to pull them earlier. You can pull some of the spring onions if you wanted to. Do remember though that Japanese overwintering onions aren't going to last as long as your spring planted onions, so it's probably best not to grow too many. I'm going to grow 49 because that's how many I've got, and that's basically what I thought would be the best thing to do. Kind of do an experiment anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 25 in this bed, and I'm going to plant 24 into modules and put them in the greenhouse. So what else does the King say about these? Okay, they are a very hardy Japanese variety with semi-globe shaped bulbs. Their skin is a yellowy, sort of orangey kind of colour, and the flesh underneath is a white colour. These are £3.35 for 50 bulbs. They're only available in the UK via King's, and I will, as I said, leave a description in a link in the description down below. What does it say to do with these bulbs? Right, so it says plant sets just below the surface, about 10 to 15 centimetres apart along rows, and spaced about 30 to 45 centimetres apart between the rows. So basically that's what we'll be doing. I'll come back in a moment, and I will continue with this video. So guys, as you can see, what I've done here is I've put all these holes, space them about 10 centimetres apart between each hole, and 10 to 15 centimetres apart, and about 30 centimetres between the two rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an onion into each hole. So we've got our onion sets here. We're going to put, obviously, this is the root end, and this is the sprouting end. So we're going to put the sprouting end facing up. Pretty obvious really, into each hole. Now I want to be just below the surface. I don't want to be too deep down in the ground. We want to put them just below the surface, and obviously, as I said, with the pointy end facing upwards. Now the reason I'm putting them into this bed with the netting on is because I have an issue with pigeons and birds digging up my onions, and last year I didn't get a single onion from all of my onions that I put in. So this year I am determined I'm going to get some onions out of my onions. Sometimes you can't really tell. You get one like this. It usually has a flat end though. You see a few roots on there. Let's say, just put them in the ground, facing it upwards, and just below the surface, and they will grow. As these have already been grown from seed, and then they've just been stopped from growing at this stage. So there is no reason why they won't grow. Now, there might be a few duds. You might get a few duds in a pack. You never know. It's always the thing that you, we as gardeners, we kind of have an issue with, is the fact that we don't know whether everything's going to germinate, everything's going to grow, but we give it a go anyway, because that's it's our hobby, our passion in life. Let's just finish these off. I will now put the video in fast forward. And that'll be good to go. So guys, yeah, that was Senshyu Yellow Japanese overwintering onions. And yeah, please guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on the channel. This is probably more of a practical video than I usually do, but I will go into the shed now, and I'm going to do some these onions into modules. I'll show you that as well. And we'll see what we get better results from. So I will see you in just a moment, but don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Feels a little bit squidgier. I'm just going to try it anyway. Never throw anything away. It's my motto. Just try and find the root. So you see just about, see the root end there, if the camera focuses. Anyway, I'll get on with this. So we're going to place these into this module tray here. So there's 24 of these. Now we don't really worry about these being covered up 100%, because they're going to go in the greenhouse, so they're going to be protected. And as I said, I did try. I laid these out on newspaper as soon as they came through from King's, and just basically to sort of let them dry out, and not so they weren't sort of stuffed up in the sort of bubble wrap that they came in. So keep going with these till we've planted all 24 of them. This is where I'll probably find out that I've got 25 and that I can't count, which we found out earlier. That was upside down. So you can see that one would be quite hard to see which end is which. There's a little bit of a, you can see a little bit sort of dirty at that end. You see that's a root end. But yeah, we're just going to try these out in here, see if anything comes of them. Sometimes just take a little bit of the skin off of them, give them a bit of breathing space. Nice into there. And then there we go. So that is all of my onions there planted. Just cover them up. as best we can. Some of them are poking out the top. Just give them a little cover up, and then we'll give them a little water, and we'll see what happens with them. So there you go, guys, that is Senshyu Yellow Japanese overwintering onions. As I say, that is all from me today. I will be back in the next video. Please do like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you all soon. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe to my socials above, and don't forget to visit King Seeds for some of these onions. Thank you.